Hello guys, today we are going to start the new chapter about the skeletal system and the skeleton. I know that we stopped the previous time at the pollution, the types of pollution. We are going to complete them later on, but let us start with the new chapter that will be about the organ system. Let's start with the skeleton or the skeletal system. What do you have to know about the skeleton or skeletal system? Number one, we have to know the definition of skeletal system, the location, the function, okay? What is meant by skeleton? Skeleton is the framework of bones that support the body, help your body to move, protect your vital organs. What is meant by vital organ? Vital organ is very important organ inside your body. So what is meant by skeleton again? Skeleton is the framework of bones inside your body. If I said what is the major organ in the skeleton, it will be bone, because all of the skeleton is made up of bones. So, and you have to know that the number of bones inside your body, it's more than 200 bones. Why? Because all of these bones will help your body to move. So the main function of the skeleton is movement and protection and support your body. So this is the meaning of a skeleton, function of a skeleton system, the location of the skeletal system. Okay. Do you think that all of the living organisms they have the same type of a skeleton? Of course, no, because not all of the living organisms are the same. We have vertebrates and invertebrates. So here, let us talk about the skeleton type or types of skeletal system. As you can see here, we have two types of a skeleton, or according to what? According to the location of the skeleton, endoskeleton and exoskeleton. The endoskeleton, it means that the skeleton will be inside the body. Exoskeleton, the skeleton will be most of the invertebrates, they have exoskeleton. Why do they have exoskeleton? Exoskeleton here, it will be for protection from the predators, to hide from the enemies. So here the function of the exoskeleton is protection or support their bodies. The human, of course, it has endoskeleton. What is meant by endoskeleton? It means that the skeleton will be inside the body. So here the types of the skeleton, endoskeleton and exoskeleton. Here we have a diagram to show us the skeletal system. Of course, you know the cranium or skull, vertebral column or backbone. Here we have the pelvis, the rib cage. So let's study the function of the skeletal system. Number one, it will support the body. What is meant by support the body? It gives the body its shape. Number two, protection, or you can write to protect the vital organs. What is meant by vital organ? Again, very important organ inside your body. Um, how the skeletal system will protect the vital organs? Number one, the skull, it will protect the brain because the brain is very important organ inside your body. The backbone, it will prevent the spinal cord. The rib cage will protect the heart and lung. So this is the protection of the vital organs. Number three, it will help in movement. How it will happen? Actually, the movement, it will happen by the help of two systems, skeletal system and muscular system. We will study the muscular system later on. Okay, so let's complete or let's revise again. Number one, it will support the body or give the body its own shape. It will protect the vital organs. Here you can see that the skull will protect the brain, the rib cage will protect the heart and lungs. Yes, the backbone will protect what? Spinal cord. Yes. So this is the main function of the skeleton. Number three, it will be the movement. How the movement will happen? We said before that the movement will happen by the help of muscular system and skeletal system. So let's here recognize the structure of the bones. Of course, you know from grade 4 that the place where two bones will meet each other, this place is called what? Is called joint. Why the joints are very important? Because the joints will help us to move, yes. So the joints are very important structure inside the skeletal system because they will help us to move. So number one, what do we have to know about joints? The definition of the word joint, which is the place where two bones meet each other. The types of joints. Here we have types of joints. Why? Because we have joints that can move and joints that can't move. The fixed joints, the joints that cannot move, the movable joint or synovial joints, the joints that can move. Here we have the shoulder, the knee, here we have the ankle. All of these joints can move, yes. So we call them, as you can see here, synovial joint or movable joints. But my question here, do you think that the joints can move in all directions or only in one direction? To answer this question, we have to know the types of movable joints or synovial joints. Synovial joints here are divided into two types. According to what? According to the direction of movement. Here we have two types. Type number one, that can move in one direction only, that we can call it hinge joint. Example like what? Like the knee and elbow. Of course, the knee and elbow can move forward or backward. This will be only one direction. What about the second type? The second type that can move in all directions, we can give it a name which is ball and socket, like what? Like your hip, your shoulder, your neck. They can move in different directions or in all directions. So again, let's revise again the synovial joints or the movable joints. Here we have two types of the synovial joints according to what? According to the direction of movement. The first type, it can move in one direction only. The second type, it can move in all directions. Okay, the type that can move in one direction, we call it hinge joint. The type that can move in different directions or in all directions, we can call it ball and socket. Now we finished the joints. Let's look at the structure of the synovial joint. Here, guys, we can see this is the bone, the other bone is here. The place where two bones meet each other, we said before, it will be a joint, yes. So this bone, this is the second bone. In between them, here we have a liquid or fluid that we give it a name that we can call it synovial fluid. And here in between the two bones, we have a structure or a very important structure, we call it cartilage. Here we have something called ligament that connect the two bones together. So let's study the function of ligament, the function of cartilage, the function of the synovial fluid. Each of them, it has different function. Let's study the function of the ligament first. The ligament, as we said before, it's very important structure that connect two bones together, as you can see here. What about the tendon? The tendon can connect the bone with muscle. Why? To help in movement. What about the function of cartilage and the synovial fluid? The cartilage and synovial fluid, both of them will help to make the movement very smooth. How? Because the cartilage will reduce the friction or prevent the friction between the two bones. Here you can see in the picture that the cartilage here at the normal size, but here the cartilage is damaged. What will happen to the movement in case of the damaged cartilage? The movement will be very painful. The movement will be very difficult. So the function of cartilage, reduce the friction in order to make the movement very smooth. Let's talk about the function of the synovial fluid. Synovial fluid will help in movement also. How? Because it will lubricate the joint to help the movement to be very smooth. How it will happen? The synovial fluid act like lubricating substance in between the two bones to help the movement to be very smooth. Okay, we will stop here and we will complete the next lesson later on. See you later.